Yes guys, good afternoon to all. This afternoon I'm here again at the People's Cathedral. Once again, People's Cathedral. And I'm going to do a video walking down to Bishop's Court Hill in the People's Cathedral. First of all, I'm starting from the Canadian Embassy. The Canadian Embassy is right here. The High Commission of Canada, and the Canadian Embassy. And this is the People's Cathedral Pentecostal Church. This is where I attend church on Sunday mornings at the People's Cathedral, which was founded by the late Dr. Holmes Williams, the founding pastor of the People's Cathedral. People's Cathedral was established in 1963, so this is 60 years of existence for the church. People's Cathedral Pentecostal Church at Bishop's Court Hill, Upper Culloden, and this was all the school building which was knocked down. The People's Cathedral Primary School was knocked down. They're going to rebuild it. Yes guys, the People's Cathedral Church here, and you can see the PricewaterhouseCoopers building, the pink building in the background. And this is the Canadian High Commission here. The Canadian High Commission. The People's Cathedral Primary School, the foundation of where the building was, they're going to rebuild it back. You can see the PricewaterhouseCoopers, the pink building in the background is the PricewaterhouseCoopers business in Upper Culloden. So this is Upper Culloden, which is otherwise referred to as Bishop's Court Hill. Referred to as Bishop's Court Hill because it's where the former Bishop of Barbados used to live. Bishop, the Anglican Bishop of Barbados. Again, People's Cathedral. This is the wall for the former bishop's residence. I'm not sure what this big high-rise building is. This tall building, I'm not sure what it is. The People's Cathedral entrance here. Cathedral entrance. This is the former bishop's residence, which had a double mass murder 2 years ago. 3 years ago, time is flying so fast. 3 years ago, 2020 June, late June, when a guy who was doing work on the former bishop's residence was slaughtered by a madman who was living in the Bishop's residence, on the Bishop's residence compound. And then when the photojournalist from the Nation newspaper came to cover the scene, he too was murdered. So that called it a double murder. People's Cathedral. So this was the Bishop's residence, but they had a mass murder 2 years ago. The guy who was doing work on the roof was confronted by the madman who chopped him in half. I was walking about the compound with the guy's body, and then when the photojournalist got the news and he came up to the scene, he too was murdered. So the guy from the Nation newspaper. So this is Upper Upper Culloden here now. Ascending Bishop's Court Hill. So this is now Bishop's Court Hill. That's good. Bishop's Court Hill. Upper Culloden. Come back up to the bus pole by the People's Cathedral. So this is Bishop's Court Hill, known as Upper Culloden. Now descending the hill. It's Culloden here. And the Dance Academy is up in here. The Dance Academy is up in here. And this is Bishop's Court Hill, back up here. This is the Radley Court where the IBM was. IBM, computer so business was in here years ago. And this is the Fujitsu IUCL along with the Royal Bank of Canada. From there. Bishop's Court Hill now that I'm walking down. And the Radley Court where IBM was. Caribbean Financial Services Corporation is in here, as well as Taylor Tax Solutions. It's also in there. So straight down now will be Lower Culloden. That will lead you back into Bridgetown. Left turn will be Culloden Road. That will lead you back to the Garrison and back to the south of the island. On the south coast. By the way, you can also get to the south coast, the south and the south of the island from up here as well. Above here can also lead you back to the south coast as well, to the south of the island. This is the parish of Christ Church. The other way you can get south Either from here you can get to the south, or get south from this direction. Straight ahead, we'll be taking back into town, as I said before, via Lower Culloden. And we will turn here. You can see the Sagicor building here, which was at the former Mutual Life Assurance building. Sagicor is in there now. Mutual Bank was in there. And this is the Royal Bank of Canada, along with the Fujitsu ICL building. And the right turn here will take you back to Point Road via Belleville and back to the Prime Minister's residence at Lara Court and the Governor General's residence at Government House. And this is the Spotlight restaurant and bar here. It doesn't open anymore. I haven't seen it operational lately. And this is Sagicor in the background, which was the former Mutual Bank. And this is the fountain outside of the Royal Bank. But the fountain is not working today. And you can see the Humphrey Walcott building, which is the annex for National Insurance building. But this is the Royal Bank of Canada here, along with Fujitsu ICL. And the Humphrey Walcott building, which is the annex for the National Insurance Scheme building. In this building there will be the Ministry of Civil Service, the NIS Unemployment Office, and the Personnel Administration Division. So this is Culloden Road that I am on now. And this is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building. As you can see, the National Insurance building in the background, the pink building in the background. And this is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building. And this is the Royal Bank of Canada at Charleston Park. The Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building. This is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building. So we come back at the traffic lights at Culloden, or the corner of Culloden and Point Road and Culloden Road. Straight ahead will take you back to Point Road, as I said before, via Belleville and the Governor General's residence and the Prime Minister's residence. The left turn will take you back into town via Lower Culloden, and the right turn will be to Upper Culloden via People's Cathedral and Bishop's Court Hill. And the Royal Bank of Canada here and the Fujitsu ICL building. So this was a roundabout here first, before it was the start lights. Before it was traffic lights, it was a roundabout. Named the Ernest Dayton Motley roundabout, named after our Prime Minister, Mia Motley. Her grandfather, Ernest Dayton Motley, who was the mayor of Bridgetown. He was also referred to as the city father. Well, the roundabout was named after him. And then in 2001, they removed it and replaced it with traffic lights again. Because I was told it was traffic lights first. National Insurance building in the background. And the Frank Walker statue here. Frank Walker is another national hero of Barbados, who is known as Frank by name and Frank by nature. This statue was unveiled in 2003, the 28th of April. This is our National Heroes Day, and it was unveiled by the Prime Minister of the day, Owen Seymour Arthur. And the National Insurance building in the background. And the Lawrence Greenhouse over here, which is the Barbados Vocational Training Board headquarters, which we in Barbados refer to as skills training. Miss Watts, all right. So straight ahead we lead back to the Garrison historic area, back to the Seventh-day Adventist Secondary and Primary School. I received my secondary education at the Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School. You just around the corner over here, and I will lead back to the Garrison and back to the South Coast. Statue of Sir Frank Walker again. He is a national hero of Barbados. And the Frank Walker building in the background, which is known as the National Insurance Scheme building. So we are 1 minute away from Bridgetown, which is the country's capital. At Charleston Park entrance here. Thank you guys for watching now, and have a blessed afternoon, morning, afternoon. Until later on today when I bring you guys more videos on Barbados.